And a look at the Knicks earlier. Check out the focus as they get off the bus. Welcome, everyone, to a new season. And nothing quite like opening night in the NBA. Clark, how nervous are some of the first-time players and coaches right now?
I think first-timers are certainly nervous. The butterflies are flying around. You just have to make sure they fly in formation. Nonetheless, when you have your first taste of being an NBA player or coach, it's a special night because you only can do a first thing one time.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. They've got Daniel Gafford. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Jovic. In at the power forward position.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Now Brunson. Pass to Gafford. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. First one falls for him.
Gafford taking 2 shots.
That one's no good. Here's Lewis. Pass to Coffey. Three-pointer, Halliburton. The long distance three is buried.
Talk about confidence. Halliburton oozing with it. No hesitation off the catch and shoot there.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The kick out to Brunson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Pass to Lewis. Halliburton left side. Buries it from 3. Halliburton's got 6.
Halliburton with the answer was anxious to throw it right back at him.
Now here's Brunson. The ball's knocked loose. And here's the fast break. And again, Tyrese Halliburton. Give him 8.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Barrett. Lewis with the rebound.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Pass to Nash. Here's Lewis. Here's Nash. Here's Halliburton. Brunson defending. And Tyrese Halliburton with a 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 9.
Despite playing in different conferences, it's been a contentious rivalry. These teams share plenty of history.
They really do. I mean, whenever they play each other, it means a little bit extra. These are 2 franchises, as you said, that certainly have had their fair share of tangles in the past.
Seattle has gone 3 of 3 from outside. And oh, wow!
Whoa!
He drills it from deep.
Really testing the limits of his range there, B.A.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
And when you watch Halliburton run point, he makes life easy for his team.
You know, he's like a Pied Piper. He's a guy that other people gravitate to and enjoy playing with. Always has his head up. He's excellent at reading angles and situations and using the right pass at the right time, and rarely seems to force shots. I mean, that's the quintessential playmaking point guard if ever there was one.
Pass to Coffee. Halliburton on the wing. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Halliburton's got 16 points now.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Brunson against Halliburton. Brunson with it. And it's going to be a 3-second call. All right, let's take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top scoring squads.
The way this team played on the offensive end last year was remarkable. Seemed like every night they got everything they wanted and then some.
Here's Lewis. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Coffee. Out left to the wing. Here's Lewis. Lets the three fly. Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, their offense is really humming right now. They just can't miss.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Pass to Bridges. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Bridges has got his second basket.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Here's Nash. Charity stripe shot. Buries the jump shot.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Bridges passes to Gafford. The steal. Pass to Lewis. Driving to the... Oh my! Throw it down!
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Brunson passes to Bridges. They set a pick. Shot from 12. No luck on that one. And here's Halliburton. He's got 16. Pass to Coffee. Here's Lewis. Jacks up a three. On target from range. Lewis has got 8.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Now a timeout called by New York.
Glancing at their assist stats, nothing too special. They finished in the top 20, but it's certainly an area which they can improve upon.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Now Bridges. Oh, he can't stop the run as that misses. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Seattle. It's an 18-point lead. Pass to Coffee, to the wing on the left. Lewis fires in the triple. He's got 11.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Bridges outside. Back to Barrett. To the middle. Brunson passes to Bridges. Halliburton with some nice D. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. And the Knicks making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Now a timeout call. By New York. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
They have to figure out a way to lock down the ball and stop giving it away.
Right you are. I mean, that's turnover number 3 already, not the way you want to start a ball game.
Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot, so he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
So both teams changing it up here, and he makes both free throws. Here's Madsen. Now here's Barrett.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Pass to Lewis. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his fifth shot in as many attempts.
Off to a great start. 5 straight from the field.
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hands.
It's been a comedy of errors for them so far. They just can't hold on to the ball here in the first half.
A 3 off the inbound. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Here in the first quarter, they have struggled with turnovers.
Well, that's the big reason for the deficit, Greg. I mean, they've had trouble squeezing the orange.
Down the long J.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Outside Barrett. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
It's been a sloppy first half of basketball. Just looking out of sync and out of rhythm.
Yeah, a succession of turnovers, guys. This game is hard enough to win and to play well without giving away possessions.
Pass to Lewis. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Lewis has got 22.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Here's Madsen. No made baskets yet.
Substitution on the court.
DiVincenzo covering to the left side wing. Here's Lewis. Power is home.
Oh, wow. Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
And this is the fourth time he's turned it over in the first quarter. Wow.
He's trying to do too much. TMI, too much instinct. Just relax. Let the game come to you. Play in the flow. Stay within yourself.
House, he's checked. Did he?
Oh, yeah!
He did!
What an incredible shot.
Wow!
Yes, indeedy.
Staggering amount of turnovers. This coaching staff cannot be happy.
Not at all, guys. I mean, all these mistakes and miscues have really hamstrung their effort.
Launches it. 2 shots. 2 makes. Off to a good start.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
A minute 29 left in the first quarter here. He rifled that one in from distance. He's got 10.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual. 12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. Coffee, the pass to Lewis, and the 17-footer goes down. Lewis has got 32 points in the game.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
52 seconds left now in the first quarter. And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year.
It was a joy to watch these guys play. Constant ball movement and player movement. Defenses were worn out by the end of games.
Goes up off the inbound. And out. One is stuffed right through.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Brunson with it.
Seattle ball. Coming onto the floor for Seattle, Jamison, Kenton.
I like how they're controlling the pace, Grant.
Yeah, they must continue to build on this run.
Pass to Lewis. deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lewis has got 37.
Talk about the range. I mean, he's got amazing feel from that distance.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Seattle ball. Coming onto the floor for Seattle. Amir Coffey. Tyrese Halliburton.
Tries a three off the inbound. Sends it home from three-point land. 13 points in the game.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
So it's the home team now. Pass to Lewis. And that's it for the first quarter in what has been a very lopsided game. Delivering the blowout. And the second quarter. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
2 turnovers for him in just the last couple minutes. He needs to be a little more careful with the rock out there.
We've got Amir Coffey, and it's Lewis in at the three. Ooh. Took him no time at all to get that one. Lewis has got 40 points.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And here's Brunson. All right, here's what the Knicks have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Sacramento Kings. Then on Monday, they head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. And Grant, these days, more and more teams emphasize the importance of switch. Defense.
It's so true in the modern NBA, BA. Every team has to be able to switch to take away a lot of the action of the offensive team. So having defenders who can guard multiple players on the court is a must.
Ball is turned over. Seattle ball.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. They've got Jalen Brunson, and it's House in at the 5.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And that's now his 5th turnover of the game. He's got to rein it in.
For Seattle, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Go! Another from 3. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
BA, he's on fire.
Whistle blows. Yep, Yep, that's going to be a travel.
They're being careless with the rock. Too many turnovers could cost them this game.
Yeah, you want to get a shot every time down, even if it's a tough shot. Any shot is better than no shot. You just don't want to turn it over.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played.
It's never easy from that distance. But we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And so it's Mobley with it. He brings it up for Seattle. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, R.J. Barrett, the third overall pick in the 2019 draft, still a long way away from his prime. He said, quote, people think you should make this huge leap out of nowhere, and it's like if you just add one or two things to your game and just get better every year steadily, you are going to get where you want to go, whether it comes right away or it comes later. Brian?
Allie, thanks. Here's Lewis. Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
So both teams making some changes here. Seattle has got it going from distance in the second quarter. Are you kidding?
How about that?
What a shot!
Mark it up.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Well, guys, if you want to know why the score is what it is, look at their turnovers this quarter.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either. So that's a double-edged sword there.
His turnover numbers are ugly. Now, it's not the only reason they're behind, but it is a factor.
Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Nash passes to Lewis. Fires for three. Good. He hits again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Oh, that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
This has definitely been a problem for him tonight. Way too many turnovers.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Halliburton outside. The three is up, and he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. So it's the home team now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And that's going to be a travel. Oh, you look at the size of the contracts now. Clark, you wish you could still lace them up?
Hey, it's all relative, B.A. Guys that played way before me probably felt the same way about the money we were making in the mid-'80s, so it's relative, but it is quite astronomical. But it is a function of TV contract revenue and also merchandising and other income from ticket sales and the like, and that number is humongous, and the players deserve a significant portion.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. Well, here we are. You gotta love game one of the season, right, Steve? No other feeling like it. Starting a brand new year, there's so much excitement around the league right now.
I love it, Kevin, especially for the fans. They have been waiting for this moment. The energy inside here is amazing.
So the New York starting five. We've got Bridges. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Daniel Gafford is out there with Barrett. And it's Jovic in at the four-man position. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Outside Lewis. And again, Seattle with the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And here's Brunson. New York. Again, turning it over. Seattle has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Lewis gets the bucket.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
New York with the ball. 9-point game. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first few minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus.
Puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Bridges.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
For Seattle, they've gone.
And it's our favorite day of the year at 2ksports, opening day in the NBA. What a feeling. Richard, what stood out to you about your first NBA game with the Nets?
Look, I'm not going to brag and all, but did I come off the bench and get 12 points? Yes. Did we win the game? Yes. So, look, it was a good start for me, a humble beginning, but yeah, that's what stood out to me. I got double digits and we won.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. They've got Daniel Gafford. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Jovic in at the power forward position. Off the inbound pass. That shot is good. Good, Lewis. Lewis has got 5 now.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
That'll be a 5-second call. This one for 3. Knocks down the triple. Give him 8 points now.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And the official signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
Here's the 3. Counted from distance.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Lewis has gone 4 of 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Oh, a really deep 3 that time.
I just love the ball movement.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And that's his 2nd turnover already this quarter. He really needs to tighten it up.
From deep 3-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lewis has got 17.
A dozen consecutive points off of 3s. This defense looks rattled.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
Wow, that's 5. Count them, 5 turnovers. And we're only in the first quarter.
Pass to Nash. Launches it from deep. A long distance 3 is buried.
Wow, 5 consecutive 3s. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Here in the first quarter, they have struggled with turnovers.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. That shot is good, Lewis.
And this first quarter has been ridiculous. They simply can't miss right now.
Bridges with it. And one of the better defenders in the league, Grant, Mikal Bridges. He'll lock you down.
Oh, he will be often matched up against the opponent's best scorer, and he is just so fierce. But he also helps you generate offense, hitting 3s and extending the defense to create room to operate. Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Oh, that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And it's time to give you a look at the top three-point shooting teams from a year ago.
And looking at last season, the thing that jumps out at you is their three-point percentage. Best in the league in that category, which is great to see considering how valued the three ball is nowadays in our game.
They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way. Oh, flawless start for him here in the first quarter.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. Fires from way outside. Oh, from long range.
What a shot!
You can't guard that. That is unguardable.
Now Brunson.
Seattle ball.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Yeah, he's just been extremely careless thus far. I mean, too early to have 3 turnovers in a game.
So it's the home team now. That shot is good. Good, Lewis.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
He's been pretty careless with the ball. 4 turnovers is a stat you do not want next to your name.
Hits the three-pointer.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Staggering amount of turnovers. This coaching staff cannot be happy.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. He drops it from range.
An excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
Seattle ball.
Here's Lewis. He's got 30. Oh, he made it! It's good! It is good!
That just
he
happened.
somehow made it!
That just happened.
Here's Jovic. Still without a bucket.
You know, when you're trailing, you can't afford mistakes, and he's made a few of them tonight.
Here's Lewis, and he's got 41 now. And Gafford with the block. And here's Brunson.
Seattle ball.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And it's been a sluggish start for him. What happened to valuing each possession?
Long range from the inbound. Yet another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
And he's playing way too loosely with the ball. They may need to sit him down for a while.
Fires from deep. Oh, another one falls.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. That'll be a 5-second call.
And these turnovers are backbreakers. He's really hurting this team with his mistakes.
Here's Lewis. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. He takes it in. Another one goes. Incredible.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. And the Knicks with the possession here. Searching for their first points of the game.
And this has been a problem for him tonight. Way too many turnovers.
Takes it inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Turnover. Seattle ball.
Fires away from way outside. The rebound by Bridges.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
Puts up a deep three. And another dime.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well, hitting his guys right in their spots. And that's going to be a travel.
Seattle ball.
From deep three-point land. He got it again. Sensational. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
You're setting the team back when you fail to take care of the ball. That's his 5th turnover.
So it's the home team now. That shot is good, Lewis.
This defense.
A well-polished group of players as they came down the tunnel earlier. Welcome, everybody, to the... Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings. And then on Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Jovic in at the power forward position. And for Seattle, they've got Nash. Lewis is out there with Halliburton. And it's Coffey in at the 4 spot. Now here's Nash. Lewis outside. From deep three-point land. Good on the triple. Lewis has got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for Seattle. That'll be a 5-second call.
Seattle ball.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Yeah, this is his game, right? Halliburton wants you to forget how deadly he is from 3-point territory. Look out.
New York again turning it over. Now Lewis. From deep three-point territory. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Seattle ball.
Up in time, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Seattle with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating. Making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. And he's good on the 3 ball. Lewis has got 6 points.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second. And now we get a chance to check out Tyrese Halliburton. A very nice season for him last year. And he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season, as you mentioned. Top 10 in assists, just does a great job of getting everyone involved. They've got Lewis. Nash is out there with Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Coffey in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. Here's Lewis. Oh! And he double clutches and throws it down.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And there, bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Fires from way outside. Bridges with the board.
And he's a good shot. Shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
It's the three-point bomb.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Puts up a deep three, and another three for Seattle. A difficult situation for New York. New York again turning it over.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
And here's Halliburton. Pass to Lewis. Nash with the screen for Lewis. And again, Seattle with the triple. 6 seconds left to play in the first half. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. And so it's Seattle in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Back to the action in just a minute.
And a bit of a gear switch here. Shaq, you are currently trending online right now. Fans are demanding you try your... Now for a moment to look at our game. Everything, and I mean everything, is falling into place for the home team. And that's a halftime wrap.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season.
Yeah, number one in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Bridges. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Daniel Gafford is out there with Barrett. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. Seattle ball. Seattle has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. A platoon swap here for Seattle. For Seattle, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. This one for 3, drills the three-pointer.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Buries it. From 3-point range. 9 points in the game so far.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
7 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Lewis, and no good. In the last second attempt this time. And so it's Seattle out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Jamison is out there with Payton. Then there's Mobley. And it's Coffey in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. And often players want to discuss calls with the officials, but Greg, what was your approach with those conversations with referees?
Kevin, well, it depended on the conversation, but at the end of the day, you realize they've got a job to do just like you do, and you try to keep it as respectful as possible and yet still be able to get your point across.
A different look for New York. Jovic is checked in, and Barrett subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
From deep three-point territory. Lewis misses. And another turnover here by New York.
Seattle ball.
Seattle has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter. And 2 of them have fallen.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Brunson with it. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And mistakes, guys, this quarter have translated to 9 points at the other end.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Well, we know that scoring in the league, Doris, has been on the uptick this era. Do you see that trend continuing?
It's hard to imagine, Kevin, that it won't unless the league makes an adjustment to bring a little bit more defense back into play. That is something you've heard Steve Kerr talk about. Have we tilted the scales too much to favor the offense? We'll see what happens.
Puts up a deep 3. Bridges with the board. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession.
Seattle ball.
Seattle with the ball. A 12-0 run right now and counting. Here's Lewis. Just 5 to shoot. Off target with his 3.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Seattle has gotten 8 shots off from three-point land. And hit half of it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just a great ball movement.
When you think about the All-Star game last year, Greg, some concern about the lack of competition. It worries me. Does it worry you?
Kevin, it's not ideal. I think it's worth asking what could give the players more incentive to win, whether that's money or something else we can think of.
That'll be a 5-second call.
A lot of points off their turnovers this quarter. Way too many.
Good in the assist. Goes to Nash. Nash has got his 8th assist in the game.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Long range from the inbound. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does. The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
And these turnovers he's committing are just killing his team.
And another 3 for Seattle.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
New York again turning it over.
Seattle ball.
What do you think of the league's most recent CBA, Greg, that 7-year deal just signed?
Oh, Kevin, the NBA and players association both need to be commended. Labor peace through the rest of the decade. Most pro sports don't have this kind of stability.
Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. And Seattle shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Now here's Lewis. Puts up a deep 3. And another 3.
And we've been waiting for this day. We've got new rosters, fresh starts, and a lot of hope, which means it's time to tip off the NBA season, Brent.
Thankfully, we got through the off-season storylines, the preseason, and all the predictions out there. It's not about that stuff. It's about the play. So let's get it started.
And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. They've got Daniel Gafford. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's R.J. it's Jovic in at the 4. Here's Lewis. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Lewis has got 6.
Oh, so staggering display of range here. I mean, that took some serious confidence.
There's the drive, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
It could go. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Just in the nick of time. Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer.
Woo. That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And so it's Seattle. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing in and so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Nash in at the 5. Seattle has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. And for New York, we've got Mikal Bridges, also Jalen.
Oh, wow!
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. We've got Amir Coffee, and it's Nash in at the center position. So it's the home team now. This is the most they've led, 13 points. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
Last year, they made easy work of this club, sweeping the 2-game season series.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year.
And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then it's Daniel Gapp. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. "15 seconds left in the second. Here's Lewis. And he double clutches. It down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the half. Gets it off. Oh, what an incredible end to the quarter.
Wow, incredible indeed. Waits until the very last second to let it fly.
Woo. Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
And so it's Seattle. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, stick around. We'll be right back.
Zero intensity on D. They're letting shooters get whatever they want. That's why this team is getting whipped.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Now taking a closer look at... And that's it for halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And Barrett has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. They've got Halliburton, and it's Nash in at center. And here's the upcoming schedule for the New York Knicks. On Friday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Sacramento Kings. And then on Monday, they head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. And for New York, Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Daniel Gafford. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Jovic in at the 4. Here's Lewis. He's got 21. Driving in. That one's true. He's now 9 of 10.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. Beyond the arc. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And so it's Seattle, already up 26 points as this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. We've got Mobley. And it's Simpson in at the 1. It's a small piece of real estate on the court. But aside from shots at the rim, the corner 3, now the most common shot in the NBA.
And arguably the most efficient shot in the game. Obviously, dunks, free throws are what you want most. But 22 feet away instead of 23-9. That half step closer, BA, is making a difference in the shooting numbers.
Gafford, he's checked in for House. There's a screen. Here's Lewis. They get it again. Oh, he hangs in there. And cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
And Brunson's got the ball here for New York.
Seattle ball.
Seattle has gotten 7 of 8 3-pointers to go in this game. Here's Lewis. Pass to Coffey. Fires from way outside. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
Knicks ball. Ball is turned over. Seattle ball.
Here's Lewis. Puts the fadeaway. Right on the money. Lewis has got 28.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned.
Seattle ball.
Now Halliburton. Pass to Lewis. And as general manager of the Austin Spurs, how important is the G League when it comes to player development, Brent?
Well, it's such a learning ground, BA, for everybody, not just the players, but the coaching staff, the training staff, even game ops people that want to put the proper show on for the fans that show up to see the game. But for the players specifically, it gives them great experience that they're not going to get while in the NBA sitting on a bench somewhere. They're on the floor, they're getting great coaching, and they're developing their skills every day. So that G for us stands for growth.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win and reach, don't expect him to let up.
Down with both hands.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
And he drops it in from the low post.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
For Seattle, they've gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. And Grant, with the idea of league expansion, some have worried in the past that there's not enough talent to go around. You see that?
You know, quite the contrary.
To throw down.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact, and there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
For Seattle, they've gotten 8 of 10 attempts in. Very productive here in the fourth. For 3, sinks it from distance. Lewis has got 41.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Seattle ball.
Seattle has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. Here he goes. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Seattle ball.
A 3 from the inbound. Connects again. And from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, BA. Unbelievable.
Seattle ball.
So it's the home team now. Three-pointer. And again. For 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
And so locked in. Feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Seattle ball.
We've had some major international prospects of late. How difficult is it scouting players from outside the U.S., Brent?
Yeah, it's incredibly difficult just because the international game has such differences in the way not only the game is played, but the way the game is called and the production that happens in those games, BA, trying to translate that over to the NBA style. That's difficult, but rest assured, there are talented scouts, talented evaluators out there that have found the guys who have come to the United States, played in the NBA, and played at the highest level to earn the MVP award. Now that's saying something.
Pass to Nash. Let's go with a three. On. Target from range.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Seattle ball.
So it's the home team now. Here's Lewis. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lewis has got 53 points. And so the home crowd treated to a win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. Now our New Balance Player of the Game.